Hey folks, so one of the things when we bought we didn't know really after having the motorhome for just a little bit, one of the ACs went out. So what I tried to do was go out and find a couple replacements. While I was out, I actually ended up finding a couple of kayaks. I've been trying to find a couple of kayaks for a while. And I finally found a couple at a local Camping World, so that's pretty awesome. So I got everything strapped away here. Hey guys, so we made it back to Orlando, Florida from the Keys.
Yes. Some of us were sad about that.
Clearly, we missed the Keys when we left, I think. But the kids were excited to go back to Orlando. So there was a couple of purposes for the trip, and that was to get some things done on the rig that needed to be done, and some projects and whatnot, and then to reconnect with some friends that we made. But every time we go to Orlando, we ended up, along with reconnecting, and we make new friends.
Yes.
And that was definitely the case here on this trip. The car is loaded, as you can tell. All kinds of goodies. A couple fan covers. Oops, let me get in the car here. So we can open them in the rain. And I installed those in the travel trailer. I liked them, so I'm going to do it on the motorhome. And then I ended up getting another toilet. So I got a carload of things to do here. Just giving you a little update here. So, crazy thing about these AC units was naturally the one that I need for my my RV, is a Powersaver. So it was hard to find. It's one of these, like, 'cause a lot of the AC units, a lot of the parts for RV industry and like ACs is one of those, is been back ordered and hard to find, and it's been crazy. It's been forever trying to find replacement units. I had people checking for me. Everybody's back ordered and sold out. It's been crazy. So anyway, long story short though, I ended up finding one at a Camping World here in about an hour or so from where we've been staying in Orlando, Florida. And so I called and they had 4 of them, crazy enough. So I was able to get 2, so I came and picked them up. Hence the loaded car here, plus some extras that I'm planning on doing with the rig. So now let's get back, get them installed, and enjoy some cool air. Attempting to replace the AC units. It's relatively straightforward, so I'm just doing the top unit. I'm leaving the plenums in here. I don't know if you can see, I've already gotten this down. There's 4 big bolts that holds the upper unit on. The biggest issue will be getting the old units down off the roof and the new ones up, so I have to employ some help here. Alright, we are up on the roof, so here's what we're looking at. Here's the 2 AC units here and there. These are being replaced. So I've already loosened it from underneath. I'm going to take the shroud off and unhook this. Alright, so we got the shroud off here. So here's what it looks like. This is the inside unit, and there I've put a towel here so the cold air can still stay from blowing underneath. That right there is cold, refreshing air coming from the new AC units. Alright, so on the ACs, I had a situation there where for somehow, as you'll see, we're getting ready to put the install of the new AC units. I didn't get any video footage of me installing the new units.
No pictures, nothing.
Yeah, I didn't get anything. I don't even know. It was just a big error on my part. Just something happened. But as I mentioned earlier, I needed help to get the units on the rig because they're pretty heavy, and so that was one of the challenges that I faced.
Okay, so just to recap, we lost our air condition on the way to the Keys.
Yes.
And so we were hoping we could, actually it was right before we got there, we were in Peace River. We were hoping to fix it in Peace River,
Right.
and we didn't get it fixed.
No, they couldn't find any.
Couldn't find any.
Yeah.
And so we drove down to the Keys. Happened to be a cold snap, which was perfect.
Right.
And then we got back up to Orlando, and it was hot.
Very hot.
So I was like, Jeremy, what do you need? Because you found air conditioners.
Well, I searched and scoured, and after much work, finally found them. So we were able to get them, which you guys saw. But now it's trying to get them on the rig.
Yeah, I was like, what do you need to get these air conditioners installed? Because it was hot.
Right.
And he's like, I need some muscles. I need somebody to help put it up there.
Yeah.
And so we were texting back and forth because I was at the clubhouse, and I met this family. Actually, our kids have met, and so my kids were introducing me to them. And so it was Amanda and Chris, and so we're just talking, and Chris was like, so what's your husband up to? I was like, well, he's trying to figure out how to install air conditioners. And Chris is like, well, I need my air conditioner installed too. Let's just swap muscles. And so shortly after that, Chris drove over to our rig, and
yeah,
that
he showed
was
up.
how he met.
Yeah, he showed up and said, I'm here to help you get the AC into stuff. I was like, what? So that was awesome. We ended up being able to team up and use his truck, and we both got my units up, and then I was able to help him get his AC unit that he had gotten recently on his roof. So that was pretty awesome.
Yes.
All right, so project going on here. So you guys love projects, so I'm gonna bring you along. I don't know if you do, but either way, you got to replace the toilet. Yep, that's the happening. So this one, the seal inside it is not the best. It's not holding water, and so you can replace those. But this is just old toilet, and we're gonna remodel this thing. And so I'd rather just have a new throne to sit on and command. So anyway, out with the old and with the new. So here's the little bathroom where we're going to be doing it, and this little dealio here, this old Traveler toilet here is going to come out. We're going to put some Dometic in its place. So, see how this goes. I'm running into an issue already. This is a Traveler's, but it's a Sealand 510, and it has a different. It did a little research, and it has a different base system than the Dometics, the 310s and 320s and all that. So I'm gonna do a little bit of research and figure out. I'm not gonna take this out yet until I have the parts, because then it's rendered useless, and I don't know about that. So I'm gonna run to the Home Depot. I think there's a flange that I can get to fit down into the old one, and I'm gonna see if it's glued. Sometimes some people will take and redo the flange the black pipe all the way to the actual tank. I don't want to do that if I don't have to, so I'm gonna see what I can do between here and there. I'll let you know when I find out, and we'll be back. Alright, we are gonna take this toilet out. I think I got some options to try to get this. I have a Sealand 510 toilet coming out. I'm going to Dometic 310 in, but they're not the same base. I'll show you. So I got a couple options. I went to Lowe's. See which one works the best. So gotta get this joker out here. We'll put it on that bag and haul it out and get prepped for the next one. Stand by. There we go. There's the toilet out. That's what we're looking like. This has a sorry, I can't even talk. 4-bolt pattern here, and the one I'm having just has 2. So I'm going to try to put a different flange here. This was all glued in, looks like. We're going to take it apart here. Take a look, see what we got. So I got this little ring here that's just basically a thin metal sleeve. Went down to Lowe's, only for a few bucks, barely, maybe $2 or $3, I don't forget, and just screwed it down over the flange, and then it created these sideways holes here for the new toilet. Really simple, cheap, easy way to fix that problem. So also, while I was here, I had this PAX coming out, which had to screw into the side. Well, there's water lines over here on the other side, so I just cut it off here and got a shark bite crimp, or actually just a push down, and got a valve here, the 3/8, and I'm going to run a new water line over here to the toilet. So it'll give me a shut off right here, and it's just a nicer, cleaner way to do that. So we're ready to put this toilet on here. Alright, so we got the toilet set in there. We'll turn the water back on and give this thing a test ride. Well, maybe not a test ride, but at least turn it on and see if it works.
Oh my word. What are you doing?
Working, progress working here. I am replacing the sink faucet because it's the one that was leaking.
That's pretty. Like it.
So, this is gonna take it back out when we remodel, but this sink the faucet will probably use. But so I'm putting it in, all kinds of new stuff. All right, so I am draining the water heater. It's recommended to do this for maintenance purposes. Get all sediment or anything out of it just every now and again. I don't know if anyone's done this on this motor coach, so we are doing that. I like my little lid set up so I can keep it off the rig. Then clean it all out, all that stuff in there, just good to do every now and again for maintenance. So I'm gonna drain it out and clean it up and then back together. I don't think this unit has an anno rod, but I want to check to make sure replace that if it does. So one more maintenance thing to do. Alright, so after we were able to get the AC units on the rig, the toilet replaced, and a couple other projects that we were hoping to do, we were able to just spend some time with the friends that we made there in Orlando.
Yeah, it happened to be Easter while we were there.
That's right.
So we got to have Easter with some families and just hang out and just a really good time of connecting.
Yeah, and we always able to reconnect with friends that we make there in Orlando, but every time we go, we always make new friends. One of those friends we want to shout out is Chris and Amanda Kreb and their girls. They're 4 girls, and they were able to help with the AC units like we said, but then after that we just kind of hit it off and we spent the rest of the time together and had a good time.
Yes, and you'll see them in future videos because we got to hang out even past TTO.
Yep, so we got done with the work there. We were able to hang out together, try out the new kayaks at the lake with them, and it was just a lot of fun. The kids had a blast.
Yeah, just enjoyed the rest of the time we were there with. I think they good signal today too.
Miles and miles in the clear blue sky. We drive straight as a narrow flies. Nowhere to be, no dreams to chase tonight. We've got time to waste, let's waste it right.
Attack alligator.
But it's free falling fun. Wait, Dad! Is an attack alligator. We're not.
To see as the day turns into night.
2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3.
Jagged metronome of typewriter keys. A simple thought brings you to me, and I'm thankful every day. I'm so glad I found you the old-fashioned way. In a time when we want it all, everything so fast. Read a text, no time to call. To slow down